Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for tuning in for another video. Today I'm going to attempt to do a bloom smoke tray. That's my idea and I'm sticking to it. So first things first, I'm going to be using this Teexpert deep pour epoxy resin. Now I know this tray isn't deep, but I'm using it because this is a smoke tray, so it's a high possibility that there will be something lit laid on it. And this one has a high heat resistance, so I'm going to go with that. It is a 2-to-1 resin, so I'm going to go ahead and mix that up off camera. As usual, I do not know how much this mold holds, so I'm just going to mix up maybe, I say I'm going to mix up 8 ounces, hope for the best. If it doesn't fill, then I'll have to mix up some more, of course. But if it does fill and I have some left over, I'll go ahead and start on some other pieces that I have that's gonna go with this set. So I'll be right back after I mix my resin. Okay guys, so I've mixed up my resin. I've decided I'm just going to mix 6 ounces and hope that it's enough. And if not, then I'm just gonna back it. And I don't know what color yet. But before that, I'm going to attempt to dust these with this small tongue iridescent purple mica powder that came in a kit of 36. So I honestly don't know how this is gonna work with the bloom, but I'm gonna hope for the best and you guys will see what happens. I'm just grabbing a small paintbrush and I'm gonna use some alcohol and I'm gonna start dusting this, and I'm gonna put you guys on fast forward so you don't have to sit through it. Okay guys, so I think that is pretty dry, and I've had my resin sitting for about 10 minutes now. Now it is kind of cold in my room, so I did turn my heat mat on so it could warm up a little bit, because apparently you need this to be warm so that, you know, it'll bloom. So right now I am just going to take a little bit of my resin out and pour it into here, and this is going to be for my white. And this is going to be for my tray. And I'm actually going to find me a Q-tip so I could clean out some of this loose powder before I start pouring, because I honestly don't know what it's going to do to my my bloom. I don't know how mica powder is going to react to it, but we're going to see. stuck. Okay, so I guess it's not coming out. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to do. There's alcohol in here. Okay, that worked. Should have rub it. Still not doing much or nothing, so I'm just gonna leave it because it's pretty anyway, so why not? Whatever at this point. While I still try and clean it up, I say whatever. Okay, whatever. Let's move on for real this time. So I'm going to pour my clear. This don't look like it's gonna be enough for nothing. But we gonna keep going. Just pour all that in there. So that was 6 ounces, and I have maybe like quarter of an ounce for the white. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to back this one. Oh, I should have definitely mixed the 8 that I was originally going with. But you know what? We're gonna make it work. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and mix 3 more ounces, because it might just take it. Like 3 ounces might finish it for real. Try and move this up. Oop, I'm tipping it over. Look at me. Let's clean that up. Good thing I have it in this tray, right? So it don't get all over my mat. I don't know what I want to do at this point. First things first, I don't think this little thing is liquid, maybe? Okay, so I'm gonna take my little silicone tool, go around these edges before I think about what I'm gonna do, because I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. And yeah, I put too much resin in here for right now to be trying to dislodge bubbles. Go around all these little crevices to make sure there's no bubbles hiding. And I can already see the mica just floating around, so I don't know what this is going to do, but we gonna see together. Could see some bubbles sitting down there. Try and get those up. Here we go. They're coming up now. All right. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and mix some more resin, and then I'll start dropping my alcohol inks. This one has like a 60-minute work time, and I think I had that mix like maybe 20 minutes ago. So I got 40 minutes here. At least that's what the package says. But yeah. I don't know, I feel like this tray isn't leveled for some reason. Maybe I have it too far off the edge. Just put it directly in the center. Let me just clean up my edges. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just trying, and y'all watching me. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up 3 more ounces of resin, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that tray wasn't leveled, so I had to put it back on my leveling board, and now I'm just gonna drop my alcohol inks. I think these are alcohol inks. They say resin dye. But yeah, I'm using lavender, purple, and violet. So let's go for it. As you can tell, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm literally just dropping. was gonna leave that clear, but go back and drop some more. I think that's good. Now let me just take my bag. Cut me a little tip out. Can you see that? Gotta cut it off camera, but I'm just gonna cut just a tiny tip. I don't know what I'm doing, so I definitely don't want too much to come out. I think that's good. And these aren't spreading as much as I thought they would. So I honestly don't know if I should drop my white yet. I think I'm gonna give it a couple and I'll be right back. Okay, so they're still not spreading. So let me grab me some gloves and I'm gonna help it along. I mean, they're spreading, they're just taking their sweet time and I don't have it. So I'm gonna just, you know what, I'm just gonna do like a little swirl. Okay guys, I'm back and it's 9:54 a.m. and this has been curing. Well, I mixed this resin at 1:00 p.m. I started mixing and I poured it and finished fiddling with it around 2-ish, and it literally took all night to get to this point, and it's still soft. So yeah, it's still very bendy. Not sure if you can tell, but it's very bendy, and I don't want to bend it too much because I already had issues with leveling this thing. For some reason, I feel like this mold isn't leveled. My leveling table is leveled. My J Diction leveling table is here and it's leveled and it's on here, but for some reason this corner, it just wouldn't feel properly. So I just had to add some cardboard underneath this side, and I feel like it's still not leveled. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, you could see it rocking. So I'm convinced that this mold just isn't leveled. But nonetheless, time to unmold this thing. So let's get started. and it is bending in my hand. I could feel it. So I'm gonna try to keep it on the table as much as possible. But this deep pour resin takes a long time to cure. And I had this on my heat mat in 5-hour intervals, because that's what my heat mat instructions should suggest, not to have the mat on for more than 5 hours at a time. So I kept it on for 5 hours, came back, turned it off for an hour, let it rest, turned it back on for 5 hours, came back, turned it off, let it rest. And when I tell you, I was playing in this for about 6 hours and it still was not even sticky. It took to maybe like 11 o'clock last night to start, you know, solidifying. So, and that's with the heat mat. So yeah, this thing takes a while to cure. So let me try to get this out. Without bending it too much, which I'm doing anyways. And I don't want to touch the top too much. So you know what, let me turn it back around. But then I have to bend it, right? This is gonna be hard. Much harder than I was expecting it to be. And it probably would have been way easier if I let it cure fully. But reading the instructions on this resin says that I will have to wait 3 days. So I'm not doing that. I'm too impatient for that. So yeah, this is my option. So we got that out. Turn it back over, and let's flatten it back out before I flip it again. So we're gonna move this out of the way, and all that mica powder did come out of there pretty good, very clean, so could reuse that. Although I'm pretty sure that thing's uneven. This is the grinder that I poured off camera. I wish I would have recorded it, but I literally just used the extra resin that I had left over, the clear, and then I had to make some more because of course it wasn't enough. But I didn't want to waste anything, so I just went ahead and poured this since I needed to make it anyways. But you guys will be able to see if it came out right, because I took my time. So hopefully it came out right. And I still don't have the right sides magnets, so of course it didn't fit, but I still put it in there. Hopefully it works. It came out pretty clean. I see a little dot in there I'm concerned about, but let's move on. And all of these are still soft. I used a deep pour for all of them, so they're still soft. That stuff takes forever to cure. Like my other resin, the Shabibi, I believe that's how you say it. I hope that I'm saying it right. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but I'm sorry if I am. But that one, turn my heat mat on 2 hours. A deep mold. That teddy bear mold that I did with all that extra glue in it, it only took 2 hours to cure. And I thought that thing was going to take forever to cure because it had all that extra white glue in it. Nope. Didn't. Not even a little bit. I'm trying my best to get this out, but I'm bending it so bad. And it's worrying me. Okay, let's do this. Fold it all up. And hopefully it just can pop out. Trying to be careful with my teeth while doing this though, because I spent so much time on these teeth, and if they come out bad, I'm gonna be so upset. I already see something that I'm unhappy with, but okay. Let's try to flatten these out a bit. Fix my mold. And let's unveil these things. So, as I was concerned about this one, it was bowed in the mold itself is bowed. So of course, right here, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, it's bowed. So it definitely bowed. It's a little wave in there. It's a little bit of a sharp edge, so I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit with my deburring tool. But other than that, let's look at it. So, oh, that's backwards. Not too happy with that at all. That mica powder, it is not doing it for me. It's too many splashes in it. It's not consistent. Like, if it was consistent, it would be really pretty if you ask me, but I don't know. But my bloom, though, I don't know if you guys can see it. That came out pretty good. I'm not mad at that. I do have to make my white a little bit heavier, I think. Yeah, I think just to make my white a little bit heavier. But it came out. I'm so surprised it actually came out. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Not happy with my mica powder, but I am happy with my bloom. So, no next time. Mica powder is probably going to be a no for me. But, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to use one of my paint pans and go inside of here. Put that in and then coat it. And you know what? It's not even unleveled on here. Like, it's flat. So that's good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna coat it to fill all these little nooks and crannies. And I got a little bubble right there too. Wait, is that a bubble? I don't think that's a bubble. I think that's how the mold is made. Let me look. Yeah, that's a bubble. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just fill these little crevices, mix up some resin, fill these little crevices, and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with that. But before, let's look at this grinder. Now this one right here, I saw a tooth that I was not happy with. And it looks like there's a couple of them right here for sure, but the rest of them not too bad. But here, and I went in with my little daughter tool a few times and it's still the same thing, but it's not as bad as my first one. I'm gonna say that for sure. So it's definitely way better. And then this one, yeah, we still got some bad teeth here. This one right here is definitely gonna break. I could probably break that off myself, and I probably will just snip it off because it's still soft. But all the other ones are pretty good. Now my magnet situation. I'm gonna try and see. Let me grab a magnet, see if it'll fit in this little hole, which I don't think they will. I got these from Amazon. These are I think they're 5x3 or 5x1 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna grab one, see if it'll fit in the other side. I don't think it will. Maybe it will. So let me see if this is gonna even work. What was that? Okay. So that helped. So I'm guessing that the magnet in there is still doing something. Uh-oh. Okay, so at least I know that's the side that sticks, right? So I'm gonna just grab one of my paint pens, put a dot on it, and make my life just a tad bit easier here. So that way I know that's the side that goes inside of my other side. And I can just try to place it now. So just going to turn it. Can you guys see that? I've turned it and now I'm just putting it down right there. Now I'm going to take this one and hopefully this works. Let's put that on there. Oh, I think it's too soft still. I'm thinking it's too soft. Oh, but it worked. It worked! But I did like bow it. I bowed it a little bit, so I'm just gonna flatten it out now. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now that's in there. So that magnet works, so I guess I'll link those down below because that seems to be the perfect size for that. So even though it didn't sink down into this one, it's kind of stayed right at the tip of that. Of course you don't see it on this side, but it still does its job. So let me take my little nippers while it's still soft. And I think I'm going to go ahead and snip that one tooth that looked like it would break off anyways. So this one right here has a bubble in it. I'm not sure if you can see that. It has that bubble in it. Can you see that? So I think that's gonna break off anyways. I have no idea what that is now. Jeez. I'm not gonna mess with it though, but I'm just gonna try to take that off now because I feel like it's gonna break off anyways. So yeah, I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good. This one I'm gonna leave as is. Just lay them back flat. And now let's go ahead and color these in. What color do I'm gonna do white, just because I have the white bloom in there already. So let's bring out that white. I'm gonna do the little dot just to see how it looks first. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I feel like this is not something you guys need to watch, right? So I'll fast forward it. Okay guys, so that is now done. I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. And while that dries, I'm gonna mix up some more of this deep pour Teexpert resin. Yes, this resin and I have a love-hate relationship already because it takes so long to cure and I'm so impatient. But look at how crystal clear this is. Like, I think, is that a bubble? I think that's one. Nope, that wasn't a bubble. See, that's a bubble. Okay, I see two bubbles. I'm not even sure if you will be able to see it. Like right there is a tiny bubble. And then, let me see if I can get it in. But it's so small, like right there, that's a bubble. Okay, you can see it better on this side. Right there, that's the bubble. Like, but, oh my God. And it's still, of course, it's still soft and bendy. So I'm gonna put this right back down because I'm mixing up this resin right now. Well, I'm gonna mix up this resin right now as soon as I'm done admiring my little work. But I'm gonna mix up this resin and I'm gonna top coat just this right here because everything else is good. There's no bubbles anywhere. but I want to close these inlays, or yeah, I guess these insets. I don't know what they're called, but I want them closed. Why? Because it's gonna be a pain to get stuff out of there if something drops in there, you know, because this is a rolling tray. So let's just eliminate that problem, because I see that as an issue. And I'm just continuously flattening this out because it's all bendy. But I'll be back when I got my resin mixed. Okay, I'm back. I got my resin mixed over here. I mixed up 12 ounces. Why? Because we're making the jar and the lighter case. This is the jar. Kind of big for screen right now, but I'll show you guys that in a few. But I'm gonna make that after we go ahead and top coat this. Got a brain fart. Okay, so I let my little spatula thing just drain here. And let me grab a napkin so I can clean that off immediately. Spray bottles aren't working. Oop, I'm just knocking everything. Sorry, y'all. And I just sprayed that with alcohol, and I'm wiping it off with a paper towel. And this is the little head for my little blender, so I don't have to use all my arm muscles. But yeah, that's that. So I am going to just pour some of this on here. I don't know if this is going to be easy or not because it's such a big container, but let me grab my paper towels so I can wipe. Just pour even amount on here so it just fills all those crevices, and then just let it self-level. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some alcohol spray, and I think that'll be totally fine. I'm gonna put just a tad bit more, just because I want this to be completely even and level, but I also want it to still have its depth. Is that how you say it? Just let that drip. Okay, put that back over there. Clean my finger. And go through here, try and dislodge any little bubbles in these little cracks without messing up my paint, of course. Although I think it's dry. Should be dry. I'm sorry if I'm covering the screen, but I'm literally just dislodging bubbles. Switch hands and see if that helps. I'm just sticking my little silicone tool in there, just pulling the bubble out. Yeah, I'm disturbing the paint a little bit, so it definitely wasn't dry all the way. But I still have to get these bubbles out, so it is what it is at this point. Okay, I think that's good. Let me just... So this corner's empty. All these corners are filled. So that's completely covered. Maybe I just don't have enough resin. I'm gonna pour a little bit more after I spray it with alcohol. I think that did a little something. I see a bubble. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just gonna pour a little bit more since I see that huge gap over there, and hopefully that does the trick. If not, then this is of course unleveled, which I was hoping it wasn't, but I knew it was. I did everything possible. I messed with it for like an hour trying to get it leveled. So I don't know. Pretty sure the mold is unleveled. Yeah, looks like it was just a little bit of resin was needed, that's all. Okay, good. All right, now I did notice, and you probably can see it too, there's a little gap right there. So what I'm gonna do is just take my little spatula over here, grab a little bit off my finger, and just fill that in real quick. I'm just gonna leave that as is, and when it's done curing, I'll go ahead and use my little deburring tool. I'll just shave that off a little bit, or you know what, I'm just gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna leave it. You know why? Because it's not that bad, and I probably could fix it even better or easier with resin, with UV resin. So I'm gonna just wipe that off and pretend like that never happened. So yeah, for now that is it with the tray. I do have my heat mat on. This is going to take forever to cure anyway, so you guys will see that finished tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and make the jar, and you guys can watch that. Am I going to combine these two? No, it's going to be too long. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, let this cure, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Then you guys can go ahead and click on the next video to watch me make this jar. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me any questions in the comment box, and I'll link any products that I used in the description. Thanks again. Bye. All right, guys, so these are finally done and finished. The back is really nice. If you ask me, I like the back a lot more than the front, but it's gonna be stuff on here, so does it really matter how it looks? This is the grinder. Again, added magnets, and there's a couple teeth on here that definitely did not come out good. So I think I'm gonna try this one again for sure, because you gotta try it until you get it right, right? This one's not so bad. It's still a couple of teeth that are not good, but other than that, fits together semi-perfectly, and it does turn good. So yeah, I'm gonna try this again on another video, of course, but thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for this tray, and tune in for the next video where I'm gonna unmold the jar in the lighter case that goes with the set. Thanks again for watching. Bye.